back to another great episode of A Beer and a Take, Scoreboard Addicts Podcast. I'm Nick, and today we'll be drinking the Southern Tier Brewing Company's Old Man Winter. Now, I don't have too many details on this beer. I can tell you that it's 7.5% ABV, and obviously it's a winter-styled beer, and we're going to give it a whirl today. Well, it's got a nice little aroma to it. Not exactly sure what that is, but it smells really good. Oh wow, very strong taste, kind of sour, but not terrible. Not terrible sour. Not like if you ever have like a grapefruit or something like that kind of mash. That's a bad sour. This is almost kind of reminds me of like a bourbon barrel type. Not with that overwhelming bourbon liquor kind of flavor like the last beer I reviewed, but definitely not bad. Definitely has an ale flavor, but nothing overwhelmingly poppy about it. That, you know, something that sticks out, especially in the sense of like it's Christmas time. It doesn't give me that Christmas kind of bang. You know, it actually tastes like a hard Sam. Like, you know, Sam obviously being a standard beer is around 5% alcohol. This is 7.5. It tastes like a regular Sam, but like with a little extra kick at the end of it, which isn't bad, but definitely not something I was looking for in a winter beer. But I'm going to talk about, obviously, MLB Hot Stove is kicking up. It's getting hot. This is actually my favorite time of year for Major League Baseball. See a lot of changes with franchises, and I think for fans of teams that didn't win the World Series, you're looking at it kind of like, well, you know, a change is coming and we can move forward and we can move our franchise into a better position. Some franchises obviously don't play free agency as well as others, or I don't think there's any MLB team that's incapable. There's no such thing as a poor team. There's just poor owners. And when I say poor owners, I mean they're bad owners. They refuse to invest in their team, and they expect their team to provide them with anything, you know. I mean, am I the only Yankee fan that misses the Yankees of old? I mean, we're sitting here watching Jacob deGrom, who I didn't want because he's injury prone, and you know, switching leagues is always a big deal. But we're watching other teams make splashes, and today we've seen the Mets just signed Justin Verlander, and it's sad to see his career end that way because the Mets, I don't recall them signing a free agent and them being the greatest thing since sliced bread. Actually, for the most part, the Mets sign free agency and they kind of go down after they get there. But the Mets signed Justin Verlander, and then the Phillies signed Trey Turner away from the Dodgers. And we had heard that Trey Turner was looking toward moving away from the West Coast, moving back to the East Coast. I guess he's an East Coast kind of guy. But the Yankees still haven't even signed Aaron Judge yet. I know Rodon's out there still. But Aaron Judge is down at the Tampa Bay Bucks game today. I'm filming this on Monday, so he's down in Tampa Bay, hanging out with some current and former Yankees at the Bucks game. But ultimately, there's still no news from the Yankees. Still wondering what they're doing. I guess Hal is still pretending that he's poor. Fans are left here waiting, wondering, ultimately disappointed. I guess we'll see what happens. I'm very much tired of Hal Steinbrenner pretending like he doesn't make millions upon millions and like his family's not worth billions from work that he did not do, that his father did. And just watching him take this franchise and just make a mockery of what his father stood for. And I'm not saying that George was the best owner in the world, but I am saying that there was never a doubt of whether or not George wanted to win. And I have doubted that Hal and Hank, rest his soul, have cared about winning since they took over the team. It's been all about making money and the bottom line, and they are businessmen. They are not owners. Now, as far as my rating for this beer goes, there's 4 beers in a flight, so the max score is 4 beers. I'm going to give this one 2.5. I honestly don't really care for it. It tastes like a Sam, maybe like a Sam Winter, but with extra alcohol in it. It's not really blowing wind up my skirt. I'll give it a 2.5. I mean, it's drinkable, but it's definitely not something I'd sit here and ask for a second one, I guess. It's all right. Nothing special. Sorry, Southern Tier. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for something Christmassy, and it's like a regular beer with some extra kick. Yeah. Yep, yeah. Like Hal Steinbrenner, I wish I would have picked another. And that was my beer. That was my take.